Fix. If you're just joining us, my name is Mariam Bishar.
Most bankable host Brian Aseli, and of course, if you're thirsty, we're here to quench your thirst on matters tech right now. Just getting in conversation about fintech and just how creatives can get paid. We were asking the question of the day, still asking the question of the day to know, Lisa, what other forms of payment would you receive other than cash? And of course, this gentleman in studio is here to make sure that we get a conversation that is worth sharing. He's the director of chaos. I love that title.
Right?
His name is Japheth Achimba in the studio right now from Get Paid Tech. Good morning once again.
Yeah, good morning.
Yeah.
No, it's so good to have you. We're also trying to figure out a few things around how to make fintech work for creatives, and I think you guys are doing an amazing job, like we mentioned before. But a trust is usually what backs money, right? It's the idea that, you know what, this 1,000 bob is worth this much. I can buy this and this with it. It's a bit hard to trust new forms of currency, though. How do we get people to, move away from that kafir of trusting new forms of currency so they can open themselves up to more opportunities? Because I think there's lots of money out there for creatives that may not be in the form of high shikai 50K,
Yeah, so I think firstly, as you have said, major creatives in Africa have not really been exposed to these online platforms. Even you can realize if you check now the influencers we have in Kenya, if it were not for COVID, we really couldn't have these guys booming with these numbers. But yeah, sometimes I think COVID changed the game and people realized this is it. If now we concentrate on it, we can make money from it. So I think we need firstly to answer just the questions on how we can make these people informed about it and know they can make money and earn from internationally through these fintech platforms. Is we need to ensure that we people who are around the creative space, they are able to do much workshops and educational stuffs around being able to tell freelancers how they can earn from these online platforms and know there is opportunities for them, and even just learn that from the exposure that COVID gave them. And also to answer the question on why people really struggle trusting these new currencies, first I would like to say that these currencies firstly are received with skepticism. Many people don't really go to trust them at a go, but it also depends with the guys who are really behind a certain platform or a certain currency. Let's say for Bitcoin and crypto and stuff, people really didn't first get to trust them because they are not the traditional currencies the dollar or the Kenyan shillings, which are backed by the government and really have these tough regulation governing them. So I think that's the first thing which can really make creatives not or other people not trust this first. But also to make them trustable is, I think people in the fintech sector need really to adopt this and just go with the regulations that governments give, because government also know these fintech platforms and they've given them space, because even for paid before we start operations and stuff, there's some regulations we need to attain to. And also just the fact of, as of being in the fintech space, we need to be open, show these people, if you use this platform, these are our charges, this is how you earn. That openness makes it even much better, and now being able to educate guys
how to untrust.
Yeah, so there's the big question of money transfer across the border, and so many people are really skeptical about cross-border payments and how it's been hard, tedious and expensive. Has fintech come to finesse that, making it swift for us to send money remotely and especially receive monies for work done abroad? Because you've talked about your innovation, but just kindly talk to us. Will fintech simplify international money transfer?
Yeah, sure. Definitely fintech is really changing the space. If you can see before we had these fintechs, people really had to go to banks and just, let's say, the available options, if I can mention one, was back then Western Union, which really people used. But right now, you today, if you are doing a gig online, you can comfortably do it through like your phone and being able to earn from your phone from the comfortability of your home. Because like fintechs, I think with the new like technologies that are coming in and just utilizing them, like it's really changing the game. And being able, like, because the huge problem has been a freelancer is being able to fear, if I'm paid today, will I be able to get this money? And like what we are doing at Paid is we want to ensure real time withdrawals of this cash you receive. So through those like real time withdrawals, being able to ensure like the safety and trust of you with the person you're working with. Definitely fintech is changing the game with the new technologies that are coming in, like artificial intelligence.
I love that. You sounded so South African when you're saying withdrawal,
Yeah,
We'll
withdrawal
get
of the
back,
cash.
we'll get back into the
Malema.
convo.
Malema,
Yes,
with the
actually.
withdrawal of the cash.
We've got some Ariana Grande with Test Drive, and then when we come back, we'll be concluding the conversation with Japheth and talking matters cybersecurity and security of generally information that is out there, especially when it comes to fintech, and of course how we can find and connect with him. Here's some Ariana Grande, and of course we'll take some, I don't know, a breather, just a little one. If you have questions, by the way, before he leaves, tweet us at NationofMKE, at Mariam Bishar.
At Brian_Aseli.
Uko Twitter?
Yeah, I'm Twitter at J_Achimba or Director of Chaos, but the username is
J_Achimba.
But I'm
Fantastic.
the only Director of Chaos there, so you can
You can see that again. I love it.